Hi guys. I'm packing up my dorm room right now. Everything's messy. Please don't judge me. This is like, I've been terrified of packing this room for like a month because there's just so much fucking shit in it. This is every book I bought this semester. Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I bought this online from the Dog-Eared Book, which I follow them on TikTok, and I saw that they had signed editions when this came out. I love V.E. Schwab, so I decided to go for the signed edition. And I read this book, and it was good, but it was definitely my least favorite V.E. Schwab book that I've read. I think I gave it 4 stars. I don't remember, but yeah, here she is, and she's going in the tote bag. Another V.E. Schwab book. This is The Near Witch. This was her first book, and I've been like looking at it forever, and I kind of just bought this on a whim from McNally Jackson the last time I was there. The last time I went to McNally Jackson was in a vlog, and I never did a haul. So here's that haul, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I bought The Near Witch. I don't know what it's about. I just bought it because V.E. Schwab wrote it. When Katie Met Cassidy by Camille Perry. This is a sapphic romance. Yeah, that's all I know about it. I just bought it because it's a sapphic romance. My Heart is a Chainsaw is what the last book I got from McNally Jackson. It's horror / thriller. I don't know. I've been interested in it, but it finally came out in paperback. So when I saw it, I was like, yep. 80s horror, cabin in the mountains, national forest, slasher. This is In Deeper Waters. I talked about it in my last video. It's a gay pirate book. Oh, okay. This is Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. I've been looking for this book everywhere and finally got it from Folio, which is an online independent bookstore, but they did a pop-up here in New York. And so I went and bought this because I really wanted it, and I've been looking for it forever. This is one of those books that just seems like fucked up and weird. The main character takes explicit photos of men. Yeah, I don't know. Sounded good. Look, I love books that are fucked up and weird, guys. It's like the best. Shut up. This is She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Derrick. I'm sure you've all heard of this book. It's a young adult sapphic romance, and the authors are married. Shut up. Oh my fucking god. So many people are moving out today, and the whole street is like covered in parked cars, so like this is not a good day to have an emergency. I hate living by the hospital. The sirens go all night. Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. This is a debut. What I know about this book, I believe we're following college students who are hired to do a heist from a museum, but they're like stealing back shit that the museum stole. So I think it's anti-colonialism, which I love it. I'm just like really obsessed with the feeling of this book. Like this book has a nice feel to it. Pandora's Jar by Natalie Haynes. This has actually been on my radar for a while, but I think it like just got released in the United States. It's Greek myths, but recentered around women and not told by men. Amazing. A Magic Steeped in Poison. I literally heard about this like 2 days before it came out, and I literally heard about this like 2 days before it came out, and I think the book has a magic competition in it, which is really what I love, and I'm just super obsessed with. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Oh my god. There is a magic competition, and I think the magic system is based around tea. Like tea. This is just so gorgeous. There was a month where with Book of the Month I picked 3 books because I don't have any self-control. So I picked One Italian Summer because it sounded super interesting, and I'm actually, this time next year, I'm probably going to be in Italy studying abroad. So I was like planning all my study abroad stuff, and I was like, Italian Summer. The Unsinkable Greta James, I just picked this one because the main character is like a disgraced indie singer or something like that, and I was like, that's very much up my alley. Then I picked The Verifiers because this has been on my radar for a while. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's set in New York and I know the main character is sapphic, and that's all I really needed. Dead Collections by Isaac Fellman. I picked this up after Casey McQuiston wrote about it in the New York Times. I think the main character in this book is a trans vampire, I want to say. I don't know if he's actually a vampire or if he just has vampirism where he can't go in the sun. Yeah, I think it's romance. I bought The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson because I went to a thesis presentation for someone who is trying to get a job at our university, and his whole thesis was about trans mask representation in media, and then he recommended this book, and I want to read it. It's a memoir, so it's nonfiction. If you have any other recommendations actually about trans literature, I would really love to hear them. Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin. I bought this because I heard about it because I'd seen it on NetGalley, but I never requested it. But Kay texted me one day and was like, have you heard of this book? And I was like, I've seen it on NetGalley, but you know, whatever. I was like, I think it's a slasher. And then Kay bought it, and then literally like the very same day I went into McNally Jackson and saw it on the shelf, and I was like, fuck it, might as well buy it. So here we are. Horror is so fun. I just read it, well, not just, but I got to read an arc of Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White not that long ago, and it's kind of like, it's not horror. First of all, I don't know how the fuck that book got classified as YA. It is not fucking YA. Just because it's about teenagers doesn't mean it's YA, because that is the goriest shit I've ever read in my life. I don't think you should give it to a 13-year-old. But it's fucking awesome. So I'm on a little bit of a horror bend lately. No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. I don't know what it's about. I just heard Jack Edwards talking about it, and he said that he didn't like reading it, but he hasn't stopped thinking about it. And that just sounded interesting to me, and it has something to do with social media. I don't know. I'm interested, so I bought it. Shit Cassandra Saw by Gwen E. Kirby. This is like a retelling of Cassandra of Greek myth. I think Cassandra in Greek myth like saw a vision of the Trojan War, but then everyone like ignored her. This is just short stories about Cassandra being a prophet. And I think that this goes throughout time. So I think that like we have Cassandra being a prophet like in ancient Greece, and then Cassandra being a prophet in like 2020. So I mean, that's what I think. Guys, none of this is fucking concrete. We know I do not read the back of the book. So I get all of my information based on TikTok synopsises and YouTube synopsises. So Hench by Natalie Zena Walshot. This is a book about a girl who's like a henchman for hire for villains, and I saw someone recommend it on TikTok, and I was like, that's fucking cool. So I bought it. That's what I do. That's what I do. I see someone talk about something on TikTok, I'm like, that's cool, and then I buy it. Like, that's the cycle. Fake Accounts by Lauren Euler. I want to read this, and then I think my mom is really going to want to read it. But this is about a woman who finds out that her boyfriend like runs this super like alt-right wing fucking Trump eating his shit like website, and she's like not really surprised by it. Loveless by Alice Oseman. I bought the fancy Barnes & Noble sparkly edition because yeah, it's cool, and I've wanted to read this book for a while, but obviously they're like all UK paperbacks, and like I very easily could have bought them on Amazon, but I just never did. And so now I have this, and I'm excited. The only Osemanverse books I've read have been Heartstopper, and I really want to read more. So this is new step one. I also have Radio Silence, but it's out. Something Fabulous by Alexis Hall. I briefly considered putting this in our Flag Means Death recommendation video, but I didn't want to put in another book that I hadn't read. But this is about like a duke. The fucking other guy's name is Bonnie. I just like Alexis Hall. I think he's cool. I read Boyfriend Material and really liked it, and then I read Murder Most Actual and really liked it. So I picked up another Alexis Hall book, okay? The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. I think this is really sad. I think it's about AIDS. Yeah. So this is about the AIDS epidemic. Something in my brain categorizes this in the same category as A Little Life. I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't fucking read either of them. But, yeah. Outlawed by Anna North. This was almost my very first ever book of the month pick. And then I didn't pick it. But it's about cowgirls. Why was I going to say girl cowboys? Cowgirls. I don't know, it just seemed interesting. Also, my roommate in my first semester had a copy of this book. And I don't think she ever read it, but yeah. I don't know, it came out on paperback, so I bought it. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I don't know what this book is about, but I've never seen anyone leave a bad review on it. Ever. Like, everyone who comes across my TikTok page and like Instagram and stuff, like I've never seen anyone say anything bad about this book. So when I saw it, I was like, sure. Sounds good. A Touch of Jen by Beth Morgan. I think this is about a couple who becomes obsessed with an influencer. This is another one of those fucked up and crazy books. I also like, I mean, my name's Morgan. Her name is Beth Morgan. So, I'm a fan of that. The other day I was watching The Wilds, season 2, and there's an episode on where they're on the island and Dot turns 18, it's her birthday. And she's like, oh, also the other day I found out that Shannon Berry, who plays Dot, is Australian. Crazy. Anyway, Dot's birthday's July 18th, and my birthday's July 18th. I was like, you bitch, that's my birthday. I'm just gonna talk through the sirens. I'm sick of it. Delilah Green Doesn't Care. It's a sapphic romance. Like, I bought it because it's a sapphic romance. I don't know if you know, but I like sapphic romance. No one's allowed to judge me for this book because I think I fell for a trap. But I bought the Spanish Love Deception, and like up until I bought it, I heard good things about it, and then after I bought it, everyone was like, this is the worst book I've ever read. So I guess we'll see. Sheets by Brenna Thumler. I'm not gonna lie, I had books that I had gotten from Blue Stockings for Christmas, but like multiple people brought me the same books for Christmas, so I went to exchange them, and I had a certain amount of credit left on my exchange, and so I just picked this up because I'd heard of it before, and it was a graphic novel, and it was like $13. I saw Emmy talk about this on her channel, and she said it was sad. We'll see if I ever actually read this. Finally, Real Easy by Marie Rutkowski. It's blurbed by V.E. Schwab, which is always a good sign. This author wrote The Midnight Lie, which I still have to read. And this is her first adult thriller. So, and I believe it's, say it with me, sapphic. So I bought it. Yeah, that's all of them. Thanks for being here. Love you. Bye. Fuck me, man. I am so tired. I am a little bit hungover. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I'm so fucking tired. Look, about 2 months ago, I bought a ticket to go see one of those candlelight orchestra concerts, and they're playing Taylor Swift songs. And at the time, I really wanted to go. And honestly, that concert is why I'm still here. But now I'm tired and I don't want to go. I'm gonna go anyway because that ticket was expensive and I can't get a refund. So. I think we're okay. All right.